can't tell people what to do on their own cars in their own time. Even if it was an F Trudeau flag, and it wasn't, and we know that. That's why we're here, because they're just going to keep picking on us if we try and stand alone. We got to stand together. It's the only way to do this.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Newmarket, Ontario. Well, as the saying goes, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. But forget about that. It seems that some people these days are screaming for censorship. And that's the crux of the matter of this story. I'm in front of the Kawartha Dairy store. It's a fantastic ice cream shop. But you see, what happened recently is the Newmarket era, yes, that's part of the state-funded mainstream media, reported that an employee here had her vehicle festooned with F Trudeau flags. Actually, that wasn't the case. There was not a single F Trudeau flag on her vehicle. And even if there was, I don't think there's any kind of rule against profanity. If that were the case, half the rap songs would have to be deleted from the radio. Certainly the flags look like the infamous F Trudeau flags, but it says "We the Fringe." And you're quoting basically how the Liberal government has described the Freedom Convoy people in terms of their ongoing demonization and vilification of this movement. So what's the deal here? Why did they think that you were displaying F Trudeau flags in the first place?
Well, in my opinion, I think the person had nothing better to do with their time. It was a gloomy, rainy day. The flags were down. Like I said, my vehicle has been parked over there at my place of employment, which does not have anything to do with me and my personal stuff. Somebody just couldn't read. It almost comes down to that. We have somebody in our community that hates our country, couldn't take 2 seconds to even walk over and lift it up. I would not be disgraced if anybody touched my flag to look at it.
The store received one complaint, singular, one complaint, that this was offside, and she was ordered to remove the We the Fringe flags.
This is my own opinion. This has nothing to do with Kawartha Dairy. The product is great. It is Canadian run. My views do not reflect anything to do with the company. That one customer clearly should have done their homework, and they have ruined many people's lives by one comment that blasted up. The store was being called and harassed on a daily basis, and still is. And there are a lot of freedom fighters out there. There are so many people that love our country that have been calling in support as well.
She was ordered to remove even the Canadian flags.
I feel that this has been an unjust and discrimination to our Canadian flag. It's been a rough few days, all because somebody wanted to post fake news.
If you're showing pride in your country by flying a Canadian flag, this is offside somehow?
You said it right there. It has become sad. The cancel culture is real. People can flip things and turn things all around. It is actually despicable, to be honest.
The official statement from Kawartha Dairy's executive, Dana Somerville, it doesn't make sense. This is what she had to say, quote, "Kawartha Dairy prides ourselves on being an inclusive company who treats everyone like family and respects the personal opinions of our employees and our customers," end quote.
My company still has my back. I do not fear in losing my job whatsoever for my own beliefs. The company as a whole was backed into a corner and started instantly being looked down upon. I think it was panic move. And that's all I can say. They were asked to be removed. That is a correct statement, even the Canadian one. This whole thing has blown up to something that it shouldn't have been.
This is now a symbol of hate speech?
The people made it that way, not the company.
Yeah.
Not the company. The people instantly made it hateful. All of the people that were driving by, the media outlets that were blowing it, mainstream media, fake news, all of them were blowing it into something that it wasn't even. It wasn't even at all.
I'm going to go out on a limb and guess this guy is with the mainstream media because it's a beautiful day. The mask mandates have been lifted, and he's still got the face diaper on. Hey, sir. I'm David Menzies, Rebel News. Are you with Newmarket Era?
I'm with Newmarket Today.
Oh, sorry, what's it called?
Newmarket Today.
Oh, Newmarket today. Oh, okay, then I was just wondering if you were because one of the I haven't seen your reporting or your papers reporting on this, but one of the main errors was the fact that Donna, the assistant manager here, was displaying an F Trudeau flag, and that wasn't the case.
Wasn't my story. Can't comment on it. We didn't report on the first one.
Okay. Thank you. How does it make you feel that the Newmarket era, that is owned by Torstar, that is a government-funded media outlet, not only by the federal government, but by the provincial government, the Doug Ford PCs giving Torstar a $500 million a year gambling license for their new online gambling portal. How does it make you feel that you're being vilified by media outlets that you are indirectly funding?
That's a very good point. I actually do feel that they should not be funded unless they're going to tell the true story and figure everything out first. Stop posting fake news. Stop it. Do your job. Actually go out and speak with the people in your area, in your community, and find out the real story. Enough with Trudeau and spending all of our tax dollars and Doug Ford really not knowing what he's about right now due to being paid off by Trudeau. That is my own opinion. That's my belief. It's just gotten to a point that Canada is sadly going downhill. No pictures. We don't want my picture taken, please.
Okay, so can you pass on that? My name is David Menzies, man with Rebel. Well, folks, as you saw, we're trying to reach out to Kawartha Dairy. I understand the CEO of the company, who I heard is a really nice guy, is here today, but he's not showing his face right now. So we'll just wait outside in the parking lot and see what happens with the demonstrators that are supporting Donna.
I am very much here in support and solidarity of Donna. It's really sad to know that we are being told in our own country, our own national country of our home origin of where we live, that we are to take off the flag that we are representing as pride, honorable, patriotism. And I think it's just disgusting to know that it is unethical, it's illegal to tell any employee or person, for that matter, to take off the national flag that they are proud to wave.
The reason why we're demonized because they want to do one world, one with a WEF. They want one way. We don't want that. We want freedom. WEF has nothing to do with us. WHO has nothing to do with us. We want freedom for every Canadian, every person, every child, every race, everybody.
All of their headlines were employees made to take down offensive flag.
Yeah.
And then you read the article and went further into it, then they go, but there was no offensive flag. So it was just that catchphrase at the top to get you to go, see, and try to paint a message that isn't true. This is the most peaceful, fun-loving group I've ever been associated with.
You can't tell people what to do on their own cars in their own time. Even if it was an F Trudeau flag, and it wasn't, and we know that. That's why we're here, because they're just going to keep picking on us if we try and stand alone. We got to stand together. It's the only way to do this.
I feel amazing. This is a blessing. I did not expect it, and I am grateful. And I thank every single one of them that showed up.
And you know, Donna, we've been asking so many people, what is it that you want here? And they say two things. They want you to get an apology from head office, and they also want you to be able to have the right, I can't even believe this is in question, to display a Canadian flag on your vehicle without any kind of repercussions. Do you think in the hours or days ahead, this company will acquiesce to those demands?
In my opinion, I think yes, but I do not state anything upon Kawartha Dairy. My opinions are mine alone, but I think this has and is going to make a change.
Okay, then. Well, there you have it, folks. So many people came out, a truly peaceful rally in support of Donna. No vandalism, no violence, despite the mainstream media narrative. And I'll tell you something, I couldn't help but notice Kawartha Dairy, their slogan is fresh by nature, and I'm not an arborist, but I think that's a maple leaf. Gee, I wonder if a rebranding is in order, given that this is now somehow an offensive symbol. Unbelievable. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Once again, please go to firemendoncino.com, and if you're able to, kick in a few bucks so we can pay the expenses of that Jumbotron equipped truck that is going to deliver a message to Mr. Mendoncino and the people who voted him in.